Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to Galactic Gaming. A bit of an unprompted video today. Today is just a video that I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and I've took the opportunity and I've done this video today, guys. And I'm going to be talking about my entire Xbox 360 games collection. I'm going to be showing you the games I've got in the collection. I'm going to be talking about some of them, whether they're quite hard to get hold of, whether the prices are shouldn't be value, or some of my personal stories behind some of these games. And I hope you guys enjoy the ride here, guys. So yeah, I'm going to just jump straight into the games that I've got here right now. And the first games that I've got with me are the Gears of War games. I've got Gears of War, Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, and Gears of War Judgment. The reason I wanted to bring these games into the conversation first is because I think when everybody gets an Xbox 360, they always get either Halo or Gears of War, or maybe both. But I was never really the biggest Halo person, but I do like Gears of War. I played the first Gears of War a little bit. I haven't completed the game yet, but it is just something I'm working on completing down the line. Yeah, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'm going to go back onto Gears of War again at some point in the future. The next games that I'm going to be talking about today are Far Cry 2, Far Cry 3, and Far Cry 4. Now for me, I really enjoy Far Cry 3. I'm enjoying the game, I'm enjoying the gameplay of it so far. I'm not very far into the game, but it's really good and really engaging. Far Cry 4, I didn't even know was on the Xbox 360. I thought it was on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. I thought it was only on them consoles. So when I saw it on the Xbox 360, quite cheap, I was very surprised to get it, and I was really happy to have it added to the collection because I had 2 and 3. Now, out of the games I've talked about so far, there's not really a lot of value in them, but they are worth picking up, especially if you're just starting out on the Xbox 360. They're really cheap. Speaking of cheap games, the next 2 games is Crackdown 1, and you guess what's next, aren't you? Crackdown 2. These games are only £1 each, guys, in CEX. They are very cheap, very good games, open world games sort of thing, and the story isn't too bad either. I've not really played that much of them, but it's not bad of what I've played so far. And these next games that I'm going to be talking about just now is some absolute one of my favourite BioWare trilogies. And without any further ado, it's Dragon Age. Now I've got Dragon Age Origins, I've got Dragon Age 2, and Dragon Age Inquisition. Played a little bit of Dragon Age a while ago, and I was really enjoying it. It's like the dark RPG from BioWare, the same makers of other RPGs, which we're going to be getting to some of them a little bit later on in the video. But these games here, they're not really that expensive, but they are fun games. I've really enjoyed playing Dragon Age, well, the first bit of Dragon Age anyway. I just want to get back onto at some point down the line. The next games that I want to talk about in the collection that I have got is, first of all, Street Fighter 4. Now this case, I like the design of this case. I really like how it's just Ryu in the case doing a Hadouken. Now there's a story behind this, and it's quite an embarrassing story for me. Unbeknownst to me, I was playing this game one day and I got my absolute butt kicked, and I didn't realise that my friend was actually videoing the whole thing behind me, and he decided to upload the thing to Facebook. Yeah, I was kind of embarrassed with that, but it was kind of funny at the same time. Yeah, so it's just a little story there. These 2 games, I do have a little bit of a story about one of them. Now, the 2 games in question are The Darkness and The Darkness 2. Believe it or not, I actually did complete The Darkness a while ago, and I mean a long time ago, and Ever since I completed that, I was trying to get hold of The Darkness 2, but for some reason or other I could never ever get a copy. Tried my local CEX for months if not years, and I just couldn't find a copy of it anywhere. I even went as far as to jailbreaking my PlayStation 3 in hopes I could download it. For some reason it never ever worked that way either. So I got fed up and I decided to order it off of eBay, and it came a couple of days after, and now The Darkness 2 is starting to shoot up in value. I've seen this game go up from £2, I believe at the moment it's £5 in CEX, but I think it's going to go up more in value now, especially with the the Xbox Online store closing down. A lot of Xbox 360 games are going to go up in value, and I think this is going to be one of them. Now the next trilogy of games I don't really know a lot about. I've not really played that much of them, and it's Mass Effect 2, and bear with me a minute guys, Mass Effect 3. Again, I don't know a great deal about these ones. I did play a little bit of Mass Effect a few years ago, and it wasn't too bad what I did play, but it's not something that I really consider going back to playing more. Maybe I should, I might enjoy it, and maybe somewhere down the line I might, who knows. And this next game is a bit of a stinker. A lot of people hated this game when it came out. I think it's just a bit of fun and it's just a bit of a laugh. I don't take this game seriously. Duke Nukem Forever. Now I have reasons to why I got Duke Nukem Forever. I was a fan of the original Duke Nukem games on the PlayStation 1 back in the day when they came out in the 90s, I believe. I got all three of them on the PlayStation 1, which was Duke Nukem Time to Kill, Duke Nukem Land of the Babes. I've got all three of them on the PlayStation 1, and they hold a very special place in my heart because they're just games I have memories of playing them years ago. Next up in the collection, I want to talk about another game which was again hard to get hold of, similar reasons to The Darkness 2, and it's Dark Sector. Yet again, I struggled to get this game. It took me a long time. I ordered it at the same time as I ordered The Darkness 2 because it was just one of them. Again, I got fed up of waiting. I was waiting, and it just really started to irk me because I remember playing a little bit of this game, wanted to go back to it a few years ago, and for some reason or other I got rid of the copy that I had, and I can't remember why. But it's just a game that I'm definitely considering playing through properly this time because I want to enjoy the full experience of this one. The next game is called Prey. Don't know anything about this one. Not really played it very much, but it looks like it's a sci-fi horror with aliens, and it's definitely something that I could check out at some point. Again, these two games I'm talking about now I do not know anything about. It's Metro 2033. Is it 2030? Yeah, Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. Again, don't know much about these. These are just games that I got for dirt cheap. All four of them games I've got them for about £1 each or something. There's not really a lot of volume at the moment, so they're just there for when I want to play something that I've not played before. And the next two games I've got, which I do like these games a lot, Lost Planet 2. Now the reason I like Lost Planet games is the mechanics, especially the first one where you have to kill the enemies and use their body heat to keep you alive. You use like the heat source, the life force, whatever you want to call it, to keep you alive whilst you're going through the missions, killing aliens, killing boss creatures and everything like that. It is really an engaging story. And it's one that I definitely highly recommend you guys do play. Again, these are dirt cheap as well. They're about £1, maybe £2 at the most in CX. I'm not entirely sure. Not checked the price on these two in a while. Now this one again is a bit of a controversial one, and it's DMC Devil May Cry. Now for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Devil May Cry fan. I've got all the others. I've got 1, 2, 3 special edition, 4 and 5. Really like them games, especially 5 and 3. They're two of my favourites in the entire franchise. So the reboot again, I personally really enjoyed it. I have beat the game, and it's just a different take on the story, I believe, which I really like how this game plays out. It's just a lot of fun, more edgy, more violent. There's bad language in this game, but it's definitely worth having a go, especially if you like Devil May Cry as a series. I say give it a try. Again, I think this one's going up in value. I'm not too sure. Can't remember the price of the time I checked it last. I think it was either £4 or £6, something like that. I'm not sure, but it could have gone up since then. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. And these next two games, Bulletstorm Epic Edition, but I think it'll be DLC codes which are no use to me anymore, so it's probably just going to be the standard game. But I've not really played this one. And Saints Row 4. Now the reason I've got Saints Row 4 is I got Saints Row 3 a while ago on the Xbox 360. I'm going back a good few years ago when I used to go out a lot. I remember coming home one night after a night out, playing Saints Row 3, had a laugh, had a blast playing it, and it was just a lot of fun playing. Never to beat the game, but I do have the Saints Row 3 Special Edition. I think it's got all the DLC and everything on it, but I don't have it on 360. I've got it on the PlayStation 3. Saints Row 4 just felt like a logical step, considering it's the only one in the collection that I've got at the moment. Next up, I want to talk about a little bit of a game that's becoming a heavy hitting game now. It's Deadpool on the Xbox 360. This game, I kid you not guys, is £30 at the moment, and it's going up and up and up in value. I got this game for about £12 a while ago. It is now £30. But the reason I believe that it's going up in value is because of the new Deadpool and Wolverine film which just come out. That could be a reason why it's going up in value. But yeah, it's definitely one that is worth getting hold of if you can get a copy. Last time I checked, I think this was out of stock. So keep your eyes peeled for that game, guys. Especially if you like Marvel games, especially if you like Deadpool. I love Deadpool. I think it's a great character. I've got the first two films on DVD, and I've not seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet, but I do want to see it very soon. But yeah, it's a heavy hitting game. It's not the most heavy hitting game that I've got in my collection. We're going to get to that game later on the video. That'll probably be the last game that I talk about today. But yeah, it's definitely getting more and more value now, guys. So if you can get a copy of this, pick it up. Pick it up now, because it is a good game. It's funny. It's not for everybody, but I really enjoyed it. But it's definitely worth the while. And you remember before I was talking about the DMC remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it, Devil May Cry 4. Not needing to say much more about this one, but this is a game that I actually did completed all the Devil May Cry games, for those of you that don't know. Yeah, it's a good game. It's a really good game. And this, where you get introduced to Nero, yeah, it was just a lot of fun getting introduced to a new character and a new protagonist, Nero, in this game. And I just like that he made a comeback in Devil May Cry 5. Just really appreciate the game for that. And it's looking like, if you played Devil May Cry 5, at the end it looks like he may be the next protagonist. Next is a series of games I've got. The first one, but that's an Xbox original, so it's not in the video. Fable 2 and Fable 3. The reason I got them is the RPGs, and again they were really cheap to get hold of. Really cheap games. Still quite cheap to get hold of now. Not much value in these, but I've not really played them, so I can't really comment too much, but I did play the first one back on the original Xbox, and that was a fun game. And next up is Brutal Legend. 2 words why I got this game: Jack Black. I freaking love his stuff. He is a legend. He's hilarious. He's a good actor. He's a musician, and when he brought the talents to the game, it just made the game a hell of a lot more fun for me. I had a blast playing Brutal Legend. I need to go back and beat this game, but from what I played so far, it's a really great game. Fun game, a lot of comedy, a lot of rock stars making guest appearances, a lot of voices from famous artists are in the game as well, so it's just a good game, especially if you like rock and roll music. If you like Jack Black, and if you like somewhat kind of a fantasy game, pick it up. It's still really cheap. I think it's only about £1.50, maybe £2. It's really cheap to get hold of. And next is Lost, the video game. With me being a fan of the series Lost, it just made sense to pick up the game, right? Not really played a lot of this one, I've only played a little bit of it, but yeah, if you like the series Lost, pick that one up. It's only £1, really cheap. And not a game now that I don't know much about. In fact, I don't know hardly anything about. Rage. Couldn't tell you much about this one, guys. It's just a game that I picked up for cheap when I was at about, I think it was £1. I think it still is £1, and there's Rage 2 out now on the Xbox One, and I'm not sure if it's on the PlayStation 4 as well. So if you've played the first Rage game, let me know in the comments, guys, because I'm none the wiser with this one. Next up, guys, there is a game that I really have enjoyed playing through. Not completed this game yet, but it's really good. It's a really eerie, dark horror game, Dante's Inferno. Now this, for me, felt like the God of War on the Xbox 360 of what I've played. I'm a huge God of War fan on the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, but this game here, really great game, and I really like Dante's Inferno. It's just a blast to play. It's so much horror element. There's a lot on this game that I love. I love the boss fights. The difficulty curve isn't too difficult. The puzzles can be a little bit hard, but it's a really great game. Next one is Perfect Dark Zero. Don't know much about this game. Played a bit of the original Perfect Dark back in the day on the Nintendo 64 years ago now, and I did enjoy that game, but I don't know much about Perfect Dark Zero, guys. And next up, we're talking Resident Evil 6. Yeah, I've heard this one's not the greatest Resident Evil game. I've not played it yet, but I do like Resident Evil. Played through 1, 2, 3, 4, but I've not completed. I'm working my way to playing 4 Remake and the 4 HD Remaster as well. They'll be coming to the channel at some point down the line, guys, but not yet, as I'm playing through the Quarry, as you guys know. Next up, Alien Isolation. Really good game, really cheap game as well. I'm actually surprised this one's not gone up in value yet, especially with Alien Romulant now being out. It may shoot up, I don't know. Keep an eye on this one, guys, if you got this one. If not, pick it up, it might go up. Next game is Reckoning. Kingdoms of Armor. Kingdoms of Amelia Reckoning. Don't know if it's the best game, but it looks really good. It looks like it's ancient Greek mythology. It looks really engaging. Looks a good game. Next up is Just Cause. Played it on the PlayStation 2. Had to get on the Xbox 360. It's really cheap. It's only £1 game, guys. And next game. This game has got a very interesting story. Murdered Sole Suspect. Now this game, you're playing as a protagonist, but you're not technically living. You're actually murdered right at the start of the game, and the aim of this game is to solve your own murder, and it's a bit mixed bag of horror elements, puzzles, crime solving. It's a really, really, really great title. I really like this one, guys. Really like it. The bits with the demons are scary as hell, and I'm not kidding you. I absolutely crapped it playing that on those bits, especially on bits where if you get too close to the demons, they can instantly see you. They can instantly, well, they can't kill you, but they can destroy your soul, or whatever you want to call it. They do something, and you have to restart the game. Hold on, I've got these in the wrong order here. Next trilogy of games I'm talking about is Final Fantasy 13. Huge fan of Final Fantasy games in general. Yeah, this game, put some time into it, not completed it yet, but it's a really good game, and yeah, I want to come back and complete this game. And of course it would have been trilogy, Final Fantasy 13 2. Not played this one yet, but I will be playing it at some point soon. And the next in the Final Fantasy 13 games is one that is going up in value again, guys. Lightning Returns. This one in CEX is currently sitting at £15. I paid, it was like £6-7 for this. It's a £15 game, and I have reason to believe that this may shoot up in value, guys, because of what it is. But yeah, if you haven't got this, pick it up, especially if you like Final Fantasy. It's a good game, and it's definitely worth having a playthrough. Well, I can't say much because I've not played it, but I like the other Final Fantasy 13, so this is definitely one that I'll be jumping into some point again down the line. I've got a backlog of games, guys. This game, Alien Colonial Marines, terrible game. I played about 5 minutes of it. It was terrible. And the next game is Sonic Generations. Now, I'm a 90s kid, right? I grew up with Sonic on the Mega Drive, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, so on. So when I got Sonic Generations, it's a fantastic game. I really like this game, guys. Not quite completed on the final boss, but it is definitely good. It kind of goes back with the older Sonic games up to present day Sonic games. Good game. Another game I never played, Too Human, exclusive on the system, only £1. Never played it. Next up is a game from a popular franchise, Hitman Absolution. Got a few of the Hitman games on the PlayStation 2. Did play a little bit of Hitman Absolution a while ago. Really good game. I quite enjoyed it for what I played so far. We've got Resident Evil 5. Again, I've not played Resident Evil 5 yet either, so... But I've heard it's good. I've heard it's a good game. I've heard it's better than 6, but I've heard it's not bad. Next is a game that gets crucified, Alone in the Dark. Don't mind this one, guys. I've only played a little bit of it though, but I do actually want to play more of this game. Guys, we're down to the last 3 games. Next up we have Prince of Persia. This is a remake, I think, of the PlayStation 2, The Sands of Time, which I've got The Sands of Time on PlayStation 2. Played a little bit of it, not played a great deal of it, but it's not bad what I played so far. Dishonored, never really played this game. Played a little bit of Death of the Outsider. It's not bad, but it's not the best. Guys, the last game I'm talking about, I'm not going to kid you not, it's a very heavy hitting game that I personally own in my collection. It's not the most expensive game on the 360, but it's my most expensive one. Lollipop Chainsaw. Now this game, guys, is a £42 game currently at CEX. I mean, wow. I paid like, is it £15 for this? crying out loud, a couple of years ago now, and it's a £42 game. Yeah, it's one that I don't see in CEX at all these days. I know it's on stock online. The PlayStation 3 counterpart is 55 or is it £65? It's dearer than the Xbox 360 version, so Xbox 360 version is the way to go, but I believe that this one may go up in value as well, especially with Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, the remake, or something that's in the works. So I don't know if it's out now, but that's one that I've heard is going to be quite popular, so this could go up in value. Guys, definitely give this one a try. Give it a go. Pick it up. I've actually played the game, completed the game, I love it, but it's a game that I will not part with because I do love this game. It's fantastic. It's funny, got humour, horror. I've actually done a review on this game on my channel last year, so if you want to check the review out on that, go ahead. It's not a very good review because I was always starting out on YouTube then. Yeah, give it a watch. But guys, that is it for my Xbox 360 games. That's all the Xbox 360 games. I believe there's 54 games there I've just talked about, and that's only a small collection compared to what the Xbox 360 collection could be like. I have had other games in the past and I've sold them, but these are the games that I've got now, and I'm keeping these ones because I really do want to start getting more games for the system. Anyway guys, I just want to take this moment to say thank you all so much for watching, especially if you guys have watched all the way to the end. It means so much to me, guys. Don't forget, on Wednesday I will be uploading my next playthrough of the quarry, and then Saturday will be more of the quarry. I'm going to do Wednesday, Saturday on the quarry. There'll be other videos like this or something similar in between, but yeah, I want to get the quarry playthrough get completed, guys. So guys, if you're not subscribed yet and you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button below and give this video a like, especially if you've enjoyed it and watched it all the way through. And if you have watched it all the way through, leave a comment saying good job. And I will see you guys all on Wednesday for the quarry, more playthroughs. Stick around for that, guys. Thank you so much again for watching. My name is Lee from Galactic Gaming. I'll see you all in the next video. Until the video comes, peace, you two.